Getting it started with bent over rows, right onto the bench press, superset, 4 sets, 8 reps. This is the stage where it all comes together. You gotta be prepared for this one. You have to have worked up to this. Heart rate's gonna be high, a lot of big compound exercises. This is the one that proves you are a buff dude or girl. Rule of thumb we always usually stick with is use the first set as a little bit of a feel out. We go a little lighter, add some weight from there. And typically when performing supersets, we'll never go that heavy, you know, pairing up 2 exercises together, especially compound movements. And then rep range is around 8, which isn't extremely high, but the muscles are gonna fatigue because really no rest in between. So you don't have to go heavy with supersets, not really the reason. Concentrating on hypertrophy, concentrating on keeping that heart rate elevated. We love these. And you get damn good pump, which is always nice.
That feels about right.
It does.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's pushing me. It's taking me out of my comfort zone a little bit. You sometimes...
What are you talking about? Supersets are a comfort zone.
It is,
it's our
true.
comfort food.
That is true. But you can get a little lax doing those home workouts by yourself. Rest times sometimes are a little longer. Maybe you're looking at your phone in between sets. Do these supersets back to back. Your only rest is when your workout partner is doing his. You gotta be ready for it. Man, this is a good playlist. He's like, yeah, it's yours. That's hilarious. Like, oh, okay.
You're like, allow myself to introduce myself. Yeah, you know, I've always really liked doing the bent over rows, utilizing a bench. You're basically, that's kind of like a little spot or safety zone there, where you kind of touch the bar to the bench and bring it back up. It's kind of a mental thing, you know?
Oh no, for sure. You gotta be careful too, because sometimes you get a little confident and you think, that didn't feel too bad. I got a few more reps in me, but then you gotta remember you got a lot left. You got a lot of exercises to go, a lot of supersets to go. So you always gotta save a little bit in that gas tank to make sure you can make it through the entire workout.
So the next one's on the list is gonna be the T-bar rows supersetted with the incline press. As you can see, the T-bar row, we just kind of shoved it in one of these landmine connections. You can just use the corner of a room as well, as long as it's kind of supported and anchored in there. Awesome exercise, super simple. And with the incline, you know, hitting that upper chest, can't forget it. 2 great movements, 2 big compounds, just like we did before. It's taxing, man. That's why we're not going too heavy on this. It's all about the volume. And a lot like it's pushing that blood into those muscles, getting that good pump. And yeah, this is a killer workout. I mean, this is really how we built our physiques, doing workouts exactly like this for years and years, day after day. That's what it takes.
Everything led to this stage, basically. You're preparing yourself for this stage.
Moving on to some single arm dumbbell rows. No superset here, just going straight through this. It's always good to incorporate some not only dumbbell movements, which is going to require a bit more stabilization than, let's say, a barbell movement, but also a unilateral motion, which this is. You're really focusing on one side before moving on to your other side. You know, we're asymmetrical creatures by nature. You can easily just push with one side more than you do the other. And with a barbell, you could subconsciously be doing that and creating more asymmetrical problems. So it's always good to kind of introduce the unilateral motion movement, and that way you can key in on any issues that you might have. That's why we always include it. And we always say that too, I swear, we got every
you got repetition, man. It's all about repetition.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, in literally in the gym and
outside.
Yeah.
Because you can get a really good stretch too. So I try to rotate a little bit on the way down, really let that weight kind of pull that shoulder down, feel the stretch in the lats before then engaging, you know, the muscles in the back and kind of the rear delt area traps, to then pull that weight up and get that elbow nice and high. Get a really good contraction in your lats.
That is the amazing thing about keeping the rest times low. A lot of them supersets. We are at just about the 30-minute mark, a little over halfway done with the workout. So you're not only getting an amazing workout, you're making it short as well. So it's great for those without a lot of time. Really, there's not a lot of excuses. You can still fit this into a day. 1 hour out of your day is only like 4%, I think. And I think most people have 4% to spare to perform a workout.
Much like the single arm dumbbell rows, we're doing single arm presses, which are unilateral motion. And you'll notice a lot of core work in this one, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of core involved in many movements in general, but this one, because you're doing it with one arm, you're really gonna have to engage that core to keep your body from twisting with the weight, because it's gonna really wanna pull you towards that weight. Really keep that core tight as you're pressing. So this is definitely a great workout, not just for your chest.
That's the last time Brandon's gonna flex, or he's gonna explode. That's a perfect example of why you wanna keep the weights a little lower. Because I mean, you finish with those flies, your chest is feeling exhausted. You gotta go right over to the pull-ups. The chest is gonna be working as a secondary muscle group. You gotta be conscious of that.
That's what a lot of people forget with pullovers. It's not just your lats, not just back. I mean, there's a lot of chest involved as well. You know, in that flex position, pectoralis major is gonna help, you know, extend it down there. You know, if you're swimming or throwing something, the chest is involved in that. So yeah, that's why you can get just such a massive pump pairing these kind of movements together. It's kind of all encompassing. And it feels good, but it's tough. Go. That was 3 sets at 25 reps. Damn good workout.
50 minutes.
I'm feeling beat.
Yeah, got a lot done in a very short period of time. That wraps up day 2.
Yep. See you for day 3. Sit.